Hello everyone, this is the Masked Analyst. At the end of my last video, I offered Theredskull a truce. He has accepted this truce, and I want to share a couple of messages that he sent with me. Before I do this though, let me just explain one thing so you can better understand one of the messages. Back in November, someone had found out Theredskull's true identity and he released it in a video on YouTube. Theredskull made a video in response in which he was claiming that people were calling his house and making death threats to him as a result of this released information. Now, I didn't believe this for a minute. In fact, at first, before I found out more information, at first I questioned whether someone had even released this information on YouTube, because it had only been released for a very short time before that video was pulled down. But I questioned whether any of this happened, and I especially questioned whether he was receiving death threats over the phone. So I made a video response. And in that video response, I included clips from his video, which I used to show why I thought he was lying. Now, Theredskull was not happy about my pointing out his lie, not at all. And in fact, he used a technicality in the law to get YouTube to take down my videos. Now, what I did was fair use, but he sent a letter to YouTube under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act to get my video removed. He's had video from several people I'm aware of have been removed. He's had several videos removed from a few different people, so I'm not the only person he's done this to. Also, in case you haven't followed my last few videos, let me recap what has happened. About a week or so ago, Theredskull had made a couple of videos, first of all accusing me of being evil and accusing me of spreading personal information about Circa Rigel on the internet. This was really personal stuff, including her real name, address, email, medications, a lot of stuff that shouldn't have been put on the internet in the first place. And he knew what he was saying at the time was false. I made a video response to that. He also accused me of using sock puppets, and it also was false. And I responded by showing how he used a number of sock puppets. And one of his sock puppets even spammed personal information on several different people. He spammed my channel hundreds of times, 300 times in fact. Another used quite vulgar language on my channel, and a third had some interesting videos where he stole the voice from Firefly 515's video. He stripped the voice out of the video and inserted it in the videos made by Bendovergirl, another of Theredskull's alias. And he was using that voice while taking a piss on pictures of Casey Noonez, also known as the Dramatube, and on Hellionexciter. So I exposed this, and I voiced my fears that my account would be deleted because of this. My fears were based on the threat that he made in his video, accusing me that if I stepped over the line, he was going to do everything he could to get my account removed. I had 2 strikes against me, and my account was somewhat vulnerable. So he had made the threat, and he threatened me in private messages as well, that if I wasn't very careful, he would get my account removed. So that's where I stood a few days ago. And now that you've heard this, you can better understand his messages to me. Okay, this first message starts out with a heading, "At an End." And he said, "I have no desire to see you leave, and if your account does get closed, it would not be me, or anything I would have done. The reason I say this is because I received a very nasty letter from a user named Redskull, saying if TMA's account gets closed, this person would drop my docs all over the internet. This happened very fast after you uploaded your most recent video about me, which I believe is a valid accusation. I have decided to not upload the videos I just made. However, I want to say I am not the atheist crusader, and I still believe the masked analyst is you. Okay, parenthetical aside here. I think he meant to say that the atheist crusader was me. I think that's what he meant to say, because obviously I am the masked analyst. I will admit, yes, I am indeed the masked analyst, but I am not the atheist crusader. Also, when he said that someone threatened to drop his docs, that means someone threatened to release his personal information all over the internet. Okay, let me continue. I consider this issue at an end. I would like a reply from you to know what you think. If you want to make another video about me, then perhaps tell people this. Yes, I did lie about getting harassing phone calls. That never happened. The reason I made that up was in a blind rage and fury from someone releasing my identity, and I wanted people to know, in a way, how that felt. So I wrote back to him, and I wanted him to clarify something. First, I wanted to know if it was okay for me to read this message, if that would give him a problem. And he said, and I also wanted to know if he was admitting to being all the sock puppets that I said he was. And he responded, yes, you can read the PM. Yes, I was all those sock puppets you said. However, I am not the atheist crusader. Now, the Red Skull has lied many, many times. I've caught him in many different lies. But when he says he's not the atheist crusader, this time I believe him. It doesn't make sense for him to be admitting that he was the Poopmeister and the Poopmeisterjunior and Bendovergirl and King of the Haters and I forget who else, and deny that he's the atheist crusader. If he's going to admit to being all the other sock puppets, then why deny this one? So yes, I do believe him on this point. I let him know that that I do indeed agree to a truce. However, I would be willing to break that truce should I see him bullying other people again. I know he's bullied a number of people. I'm not going to go into the details. But I did tell him that this truce would only last so long as I don't see him doing underhanded things, either him or his sock puppets. I think by now he realizes that it was wrong of him. I'm hoping he realizes that it was wrong of him to try and suppress others' freedom of speech using the DMCA Act when they used clips of his video for fair reporting, while at the same time using Firefly 515's voice in a way that was totally unfair to Firefly 515, making it look like he was the one who was pissing on pictures of various people. Not only was it wrong, it was hypocritical. I'm also hoping that he realizes that it was wrong to make such a big deal about other people spamming his name on YouTube, while at the same time he spammed other people's names hundreds of times. And in fact, he set up a video by the thepoopmeisterjunior falsely acclaiming me of spreading Circo Rigel's information, while simultaneously posting a link in the sidebar of that video directly to Circo Rigel's information. So he spread information, he linked to a page that spread information about her. So I'm hoping that he realizes that was wrong. Now, I noticed today that the Red Skull has closed his account. I didn't ask him to close his account. I let him know that that I would be watching him, but I certainly didn't ask for him to close his account. I liked many of his videos. He was a fine craftsman, and he was a very entertaining person. But he closed his account. I can only speculate why. I'm guessing that it wasn't quite as much fun anymore when people exposed his lies. Perhaps he closed his account in order to delete his videos so that we would no longer see the evidence of those lies. Perhaps he closed his account just to get a new fresh start. I have a very strong feeling that we're going to see him again under a new account. He might not be wearing the same disguise, but I have a feeling that we're going to see a new character created by the person behind the Red Skull. I can only hope that this time that he's learned his lesson, that he starts fresh, and that he doesn't bully people, and that he doesn't abuse the process to try and bully them. Now, he said that he's not going to try and get my videos deleted, that he's not going to try and get rid of my account. Maybe he's telling the truth and maybe he's not. Unfortunately, I caught him in so many whoppers that I'm not really sure what to believe. But I tend to believe he probably isn't, because the thing is, should my account suddenly disappear, as he mentioned in his message to me, someone has threatened to blast his name all over the internet. Well, I suspect that more than one person will be blasting his name all over the internet should my account disappear with no explanation or no reason whatsoever. Even if the disappearance is a week from now, a month from now, 2 or 3 months from now, people may always suspect that he was behind it. So I suspect very much that if he's wise, he's not going to go back on that. So I'm hoping that someday we'll see the Theredskull resurrected, born again like a phoenix from the ashes, and that he will behave in a little bit more responsible manner, and he'll just create good, entertaining, top-notch videos, as I know that he is capable of doing. This has been the Masked Analyst, under and in.